Hey, do you like vampires? Do you like survival crafting games? Well, boy, do I have a game for you. This is V Rising, a vampire-inspired survival crafting game where you take the role of a vampire who comes back to take revenge. Against who? Well, we'll just have to wait to see, huh? 1.0 of V Rising released not too long ago, and along came with it a brand new mode called Brutal Mode. It's brutal. I don't know how to really. Yeah, it's brutal. Before I dive into this, I'd like everyone to know that I stream on Twitch every Tuesday through Saturday at 4 o'clock or 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Please, links are in the description below. Come watch. We play games like this all the time. Thanks. That's all I'm gonna put here. Well, Tony, what the hell's Brutal Mode? Well, it's brutal. You get a 25% loot multiplier. You lose 50% less durability multiplier. You will die a lot. I promise. I died a couple times here. Normal units do 40% more damage, and the V-Blood units, these are the bosses, by the way, they have 25% more health, and they do 75% more damage, and their levels are increased by 3. I don't think this really means much. It just means they're always going to be a level higher than you. And they also have additional modifiers, and their attacks do additional abilities. It's pretty freaking insane what they can do. And yeah, you heard that right. I'm doing this on solo. I plan on playing the entire game on brutal difficulty, and which isn't super hard, seeing as I'm a seasoned veteran. Yeah, I only have like 100 hours in the game. But yeah, we begin the game by making our vampire. This it doesn't matter, so just make him or her however you want. This is Frederick Fingerbottom. Okay, this is Dr. Fingerbottom. Alrighty then, Dr. Fingerbottom. Oh my... Dr. Fingerbottom. This is Dr. Fingerbottom. He used to be a scientist for the big man himself, you know, Dracula. Was that a blood reference? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways, we leave our casket, and there's a lot to look at here. We have our time dial showing the night and daytime. This is very important, and you might want to keep an eye on this, because I know I don't. Our objectives, that will unlock future recipes and benches for us to use. Our heart bar, which is pretty self-explanatory, and our blood meter is underneath our health bar. I'll get more into this later, but for now, we make our way through the tombs, make our first weapons and set of armor, which isn't much, by the way. So yeah, it's pretty bare bones. It's pretty bare bones. After completing the tutorial area, you're given an area an option where you want to spawn. Always go left, brothers. The OGs will understand.
Left, brothers. It's always left.
Oh yeah, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain this, but you're a vampire, so the sun hurts. You know, I really shouldn't have to tell you that, but it's the internet. Like, you never know who doesn't know what on here, you know? After we choose our spawn location and being thrusted in, we follow our objectives at the top left and find a place for our first castle heart. This is basically the foundation, and we must feed it with blood. You get blood naturally. Wait a minute. Smell that? Ooh, baby, that's a low health enemy. Time to suck their blood. So, when you suck off an enemy, you get into one of many different blood types. There's an entire list of each blood type and what they do, and I won't get into all of them, but for example, the creature one gives you more movement speed and sun resistance, and a bunch of other things once you get higher in the percentages. Each blood type has a percentage pool, and you'll get more benefits the higher the percentage, 100% being the best one you can get. Each blood type is different and will gradually drain over time, so we will always need to be feeding on different people and creatures. It's just basically the core game mechanic. I really shouldn't have to explain it. After gathering some resources and setting up the foundation for our future castle, I head out to find our first V-Blood, the Alpha Wolf. Tracking the Alpha Wolf, I found the wolf fighting another V-Blood enemy who is way out of my level range. So I take the opportunity to suck off the Alpha Wolf when they become incapacitated. Incapacitated. Yeah, that's the right one, Tony, you freaking idiot. Come on, baby, don't hit me. Yeah, miss! Miss again, baby. Boom! We're Soap Rock, baby. You know, I could probably take this thing... Never mind. Okay, I'm leaving. I'll come back for later, you fucking wench. Hey, while we're at it, add a boss counter for the kids at home that can't read. I got you, boys. So defeating a V-Blood enemy usually grants you a new power, a point to unlock said power, and a craftable workstation, or a new transformation. For the Alpha Wolf, we unlock our wolf form, and now wolves just won't attack us. Hey guys, what's up? Alright, I'm gonna be $1.50 with everybody. I know a lot of you are here to watch some V Rising content, and I'm gonna be honest. This is a very grindy game. So I'm gonna skip out on most of the resource gathering because, you know, again, this game is just really grindy. I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do, so I decided to speed it up a little bit, just so you guys can get an idea of what I had to go through to get all this stuff. So yeah, here you go. Now that we upgraded our gear and weapons and begin farming copper, we can get more levels. Your level is tied to whatever gear you have and whatever weapon you have equipped. Moving on, I decided to take on another V-Blood boss. Another V-Blood boss. Tony, are you gonna fuck this up the whole way? Yeah, listen, I forgot who this guy's name was, so I literally just typed out, "Here comes the crunch!" Yeah, these guys tend to repeat their lines, but in different tones. A lot. Anyways, he kicked my ass the first time around, so I farmed some copper, regained my health, and went back because Dracula didn't raise no bitch. This time around, we won. Watch, just watch.
Looks like break time.
You know what? Let's take a second before I kick this guy's ass here. I mean, I'll still have it playing in the background, but these guys just repeat their lines a lot. And I'm serious when I say this. Excuse me. They're going to repeat their lines in different tones, different ways, a lot. So I feel like I'm gonna lose my freaking mind if I don't kill these guys quick enough. But if I get too freaking close, they're just gonna kill me. So the whole time I'm always way in the back. But that'll be later though, when the bosses actually have abilities that will just fucking one-shot me. But at the moment, we can go in and kind of just melee this guy to death alongside just throwing spells at him here and there. But later down the line, I do end up using a lot of more spells and ranged weapons because holy shit, these guys hit freaking hard on Brutal.
Guess it's time to take that break.
We sucked this guy off, and now we have access to a new ability, which I'll be using for a hot minute. 2 out of 3 V-bosses down. V-bosses, V-blood bosses, Tony. Say it right, dude. Come on. We have 1 more V-blood boss to go, and to advance our next objective to unlock the research bench. Hey, you! I haven't forgotten about you, you freaking islet. Moving on to our 3rd V-blood boss, we fight Rufus, and in case of showing their abilities in brutal mode, he fucked me up the first time around. So I went back, got my stuff, and decided to take that motherfucker on again. And I won.
Another assassin. Make it interesting this time.
Alright, so you'll probably start to notice here, I'll start to keep my distance with this guy, and I'll tell you, I cut out a lot here, but he definitely really kicked my ass here, like once or twice, and I had to keep my distance, so this is where I started to realize that these guys are no joke, and they'll fucking kill me. That 75% damage that they do is, it'll literally 3-shot you with some of their abilities, or just 1-shot you. So this is where I start to realize that, you know, sticking to a range and throwing spells at him and going in to hit melee until I get my ranged weapons unlocked later was not going to work the whole playthrough. So, yeah, this guy, not super hard, but it is what it is. He's dead.
What the hell are you?
Now that we've beaten 3 different V-blood bosses and we get access to the research bench, you can basically use books you find around the map of dropped enemies and whatnot to unlock different recipes, or you can use paper to have a random chance at unlocking a new item, weapon, armor, or something related to your castle. It's pretty cool. I like this system. It's not too bad. You know, I'm gonna keep messing up the V-blood saying, so I'm gonna just go with the punches on this one. All right, guys. I'm sorry. It's just how I am. I apologize. Dr. Fingerbottom isn't really the smartest individual in the whole bunch. It's probably why he died the first time around, though, I'm gonna be honest. For our first V-blood boss, I decided to take on Keely the Frost Archer, and man, that 75% damage they deal is starting to show. But I'm a stubborn vampire, baby. I came back to life. Twice now. You think I'm just gonna give up? Yeah, we killed her and sucked her off. Watch.
You're looking a little hot-blooded.
How dare you? I am a cold-blooded vampire, you vile wench. You'll regret that. You know, I really do kind of take for granted here how some easy these bosses are, because I could literally just hide behind stuff, and her freaking frost arrow attacks just literally don't fucking bother me. It's only whenever she catches me off guard, and I suck at dodging in this game. You're gonna figure that out a lot. Trust me. Trust me. Later down the line, I freaking suck at dodging. It's terrible. I suck at dodging in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna say that a lot, so I'm not sorry. You're just gonna have to get used to it. Cool. With her dead, we unlocked another new workstation in the tannery. Now that we can make proper leather, and with the combination of our copper bars, we are able to upgrade our castle heart to level 2. And well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of a little eepy little vampire boy, so I'm gonna take a little nappy nap and worry about everything next time we play. Good morning. I'm awake, and honestly, I'm feeling good today. From here on out, we'll probably be farming a lot, because to build the castle itself, it takes about 10 stone bricks each, for each wall, actually. Let me correct myself on that. And man, it takes a while for those grinders to get the appropriate amount. Like I said, a lot of this game is going to be me getting wood, stone, leather, fiber, and copper. So I'll put most of that just with, sped up for you guys to watch. And I think I've finally made up my mind about it. I think you guys would rather watch a sped up version of that, so enjoy. In order to upgrade our copper gear, I'm gonna have to attempt to take on Grayson the Armorer. But first, we gotta deal with that bitch Goreswine. And while I was on my way there, I ran into Lydia the Chaos Archer. And, Dr. Fingerbottom, being Dr. Fingerbottom, I thought I could take her on, honestly. And before she smacked me pretty hard, I decided to call it and run away. Well, it just so happens that Goreswine bitch showed up. And she's on the same path as Lydia. Yeah, listen, because these two ran into each other, this was probably the easiest fight for me throughout the entirety of Act 1. I was able to take out, two birds with one stone sort of deal by making them fight each other. It's kind of fun. Reminds me a lot of Doom with the infighting,
The chaos! Okay.
Well. Lo and behold, she did the exact same thing for me like she did with the Alpha Wolf. So, she took down Lydia, I sucked off Lydia, and now we have access to make bags and whatnot. Speaking of Goreswine, yeah, I also kicked her ass as well. Don't worry, I'll show you guys of me kicking her ass. Go ahead and watch. I may be a little hard on Goreswine. She does, she might have life a little hard. Not everyone likes her anymore. She's kind of undead. She shoots some holy spells at you. Yeah, I don't like her either. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be sympathetic. I hope this bitch I never see her face again. I hate this boss. I don't actually. I'm just trying to talk shit.
I can taste blood!
So now that we've defeated Goreswine, and we got access to probably one of my favorite style of spells in the game has, the minions these things spawn is pretty great, honestly. It's a good distraction for a lot of the bosses to come, and I really just like the skeletons. They're really cool. I don't know. I like summoning minions. Moving on, I head over to the bandit armory so we can take on Grayson the armorer. He's got a neat little mechanic. I'm just kidding, this shit kind of fucking sucks. Where you wear armor and make it so that you're invulnerable and you have to walk over his caltraps. Otherwise you'll get snared. He killed me one time, but we came back and we kicked his ass nonetheless. Like the badass Doc the vampire we are. Go ahead, take a watch.
I don't know who you are, but you've walked into the wrong camp.
Yeah, but you were kind of born on the wrong side of the bed, pal, so I don't know. I think you have the worst of the situation here. You know, while I was in the middle of editing this, it really just occurred to me that I have to kill 57 of these guys. That's a lot. That's a lot of... Yeah, it just kind of occurred to me, and right now, they're only just now starting to spike up a little bit with, like, mechanics and whatnot. I can't imagine what the other ones are like down the line, because I'm not ready.
You can't stop me! Hammer you out! I was almost...
And the majority of the time for the rest of this session that I played, we ended up just working on the castle, so I can actually have a castle and have a roof over my head. So yeah, if you guys watch, here's the little bit of a sped up version of that, so you guys might like this. You can skip ahead to see other V-bosses if you want. I don't really care, but here you go. After getting the castle set up and whatnot, we take a little nap, and we go out to fight the next V-Bud boss, Clive the Firestarter. He's not super hard, but he unlocks sulfur, and this is useful later, so I go out there and make my way over there to go kick his ass and make him look like the bitch he is. On the way there, we have our very first blood moon, and this increases whatever blood type by 20%, and increases our movement speed by 10%. I fucking love blood moons. Blood moons are awesome, so we're gonna have a blood moon counter. We make our way down to Clive, and, you know, with the blood moon on our side, we take this guy on. Go ahead, have a watch. Skip ahead if you don't want to see this. He's kind of a bitch anyways, you know? You know, I keep saying these bosses are going to get more difficult, but I'm going to be honest. This guy was kind of a joke. I only got really hit, like, maybe like 6 or 7 times by him, and it fairly nearly almost never killed me.
End of mine.
So yeah, this guy's kind of a joke. Not going to lie.
New knowledge acquired.
I noticed that I had access to the vermin nest. I guess I got this off Goreswine. I don't really pay attention. I'm just happy that I got a new spell off of her. But yeah, you can basically small rats and other small monsters. But we're more interested in the V-Blood boss, Nibbles the Putrid Rat. And boy, let me tell you, this brutal mode additional abilities are really starting to show and kick my freaking ass, man. This rat freaking hurts. Watch. He kills me a couple times. Just watch.
No, this cannot be the end.
guys see what I mean now? Like, I can't get near this thing. It's just got a freaking pulse that does 75 damage. 75! Like, what the hell, man? We do eventually beat him, though, and now that we can turn into a rat, I don't know what comes. I don't know when this comes in handy, but I love being a silly little rat. There you go. A silly little rat time. There you go.
Step into a new skin.
Where the rats?
After we defeated Nibbles, I spent most of the day gathering more wood, stone, and copper, and, oh baby. Oh baby. Let me talk about the worker blood. If you love gathering resources and have a high worker blood type, it's just, mwah, mwah. It's so freaking good, dude. You have no idea. I mean, look at all those bonuses. I walk out of the copper mines with over 6,000 copper in my bag. I will always take an 80% plus worker over anything else because, baby, those resource gains is just, mwah. I mean, anyways, moving on. After we do all that farming and we start heading back home, I put all my resources away, put everything in the furnaces and whatnot, and we head out to find the fisherman. It's been a while since I last played this, but I love this little arena where he reels in the fish and it's in a mini serpent to help him fight. Yeah, it's a cool fight. I really liked fighting him. There you go. There it is.
There's nothing I can't catch!
Yeah, but you catch these nuts, pal, alright? Alright, sorry, that was bad taste, I apologize. Yo, for real though, I really like this boss encounter. You know, he brings out different types of fish, and at one point I didn't even notice it. I hit the puffer fish into him and it stunned him, and hopefully there's more stuff like that later, because that stun is kind of insane. I really hope I get more like that. Yeah, I ain't got much else to say on the fisherman. Fun fight, cool dialogue, great looking enemies. Yeah, anyways, let's just move on, huh? He's dead anyways.
Take me to the shore one last time!
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's a setting before you start the game where you can turn off travel by way gates with certain items. Items like copper, iron, etc. You can travel through way gates. I'm gonna be honest, fuck that. I have to travel a lot in this game, and yes, I know you can move your castle, and, you know, with relative ease now, and I'm probably gonna do that in Act 2, but for now, that motherfucker stays on. This time the castle, we expand it a bit more and, you know, make it more, open. It's too cramped, and I don't like it. I'm definitely regretting the spot I chose at the moment, but, you know, fuck it. We ball. After we get our castle expansion squared away, I head out to look for Nicholas the Fallen, another Necromancer undead type of V-Blood boss who is located in the Forgotten Cemetery. I like these places because they're shrouded in a darkness, so even during daytime you won't get sunburned, just like being there during the day, so it's pretty cool. We make our way up towards Nicholas and engage him in battle. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, his projectiles were easy to dodge, but again, I just suck at dodging in this game, so I take a lot of unnecessary damage. But I like that he summons a lot of skeletons, so yeah, I don't know, it's just fun to watch me kill a bunch of things really quick. You know, he probably pushed me to like the farthest corner of the arena, but nah, Dr. Fingerbottom's always got the upper hand. We still kick his ass. What, you think all those things, what, do you think I'm just gonna wait for those to go away?
This is not the first time, but it won't be the last.
Yeah, not today, Nicholas. Now you've really fallen and you can't get up, huh? We unlocked the paper press by defeating him, and this bad boy comes in handy later with the ability to make papers so we can unlock things more quickly on our research bench. Now, we also got a new ultimate ability. I couldn't decide between the two, so I chose the one that just spawns a bunch of skeleton melee guys and some mages. It's pretty cool. Comes in handy. Oh yeah, somewhere along the way I unlocked the ability to dominate a human, and basically you bring them back to your castle, and after about, I think it's 45 minutes, they'll convert to being your servant. You'll equip them with gear, rings and stuff like that, and when you eventually build your throne, you can send them out on missions to get your supplies and whatnot. I don't do it in Act 1. I don't have enough supplies for it, but there you go. His name is, we're going to call him Jim, with a G. I forgot to put that part in, but yeah, there it is, Jim with a G. I ended up going home, setting up some new paper presses, and get going on paper making, because I need to unlock the rest of my warlock gear, because I want the bonuses. I like the bonuses, the bonuses are great. While that's happening, I set out to find the next V-Blood boss of Act 1, called Kodia, the Ferocious Bear. It's a giant bear. Yeah, I don't know. You get to fight a giant bear. It's a pretty fun fight. Yeah. You know the whole poke a bee's nest. I don't think anyone actually says that. Ignore me. But I literally poking the bear with a stick here. This thing's super easy, by the way. She wasn't really that hard, so you're not missing much when I cut some of this out. I promise. Maybe you kind of noticed, but a lot of these fights I kind of tend to stick back and hit them from afar with a ranged weapon and spells, which is why I'm probably going to stick with the Magic Leech build for the rest of the game. It's pretty viable at the moment. But after dealing with Kodia, we got our new bear form, which is pretty cool. You get a lot of passives, and you can also use the bear form to farm bigger nodes of stone, copper, and whatever else is without having to make bombs. Now, you also take less damage and regen health slightly faster. We head back home and get more stuff set up for our castle, some more walls, more resource farming. You see the trend here? This game's got a lot of farming in it. Finally, for dog-blessed reasons, we are on the final end bosses of Act 1. And things start to get a bit spicy here, so hold on. It's gonna get really rough for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a rough time with two of these bosses in particular. We set out to find Polora, the Feywalker, and she kicked my ass. Thankfully, there's a teleporter nearby, so I went back and killed her before daylight. The fun thing I noticed during the fight, that wolf ability, yeah, that one. Every time that hits a skeleton, she would heal herself and her allies, so I had to switch spells to actually try and fight her. We eventually do beat her, and yeah, and here's that.
You are something unnatural.
How the fuck am I unnatural?
I can hear the spirit.
You're walking around at night in the middle of a forest, and you're a Feywalker. But I'm unnatural? Oh, okay, lady. My bad. You know what? Just because of that, I'm gonna do you dirty. I'm gonna show you me just killing you so the kids at home understand that you don't call me a freak, okay? I don't take that nicely. I'm a gentleman and a vampire.
New knowledge acquired.
After we do beat her, Dr. Fingerbottom gets the ability to have grow pots inside the castle instead of being outside. But later. We'll mess with planting later. Dr. Fingerbottom is a patient man, but he must get through Act 1, because it's already overstayed its welcome. And last but not least, we're on the final boss of Act 1. Quincy, the Bandit King. Now, let me tell you, kids, this guy is no freaking pushover. He killed me once, and I had to cause me to retreat a total of, what, 5 times? Yeah, he kicked my ass a lot. He fucked me up good, but like I've said before, Dracula didn't raise no bitch. And we go back and show him what Dr. Fingerbottom is capable of.
Another knot on my belt.
You know, you have room to talk a lot of shit, pal, but not this time around. This time, this is gonna be a W for Dr. Fingerbottom. Watch your mouth.
No!
Defeat. Incredible. Taste of knowledge.
I nearly died to him again, but we got him, and we sucked his blood out of his entire body. Yeah, I'm not gonna say suck off anymore. I'm sorry. And yeah, I think the joke really ran itself out halfway through this, I'm gonna be honest. And with that, we finish Act 1 of V Rising on brutal difficulty, solo. I gotta say, I enjoy the challenge and I'm excited for Act 2. The game only gets better and cooler from here. Alright, well, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna go take a nap now. I'm pretty tired after all this.